It is Sunday, November 11th, 2024, in the year of our Lord. It is a holiday, by the way. Shout out to all the veterans, people who have served this country of ours. Thank you for your service. I'm one of them. And we are here, and it has been a hell of a week, everybody. It has been a hell of a week, and I am here to do, you know who it is, it's OThaGreat. I am here to do High Off the Glass. How y'all doing out there? All right, bet, they happy. We are joined today, this sister that we have with us today. This young woman I've been trying to have on my show, y'all, for years, straight years, so I'm so happy to have her. This sister is the owner of Highnezz Consulting, which teaches you about cannabis cultivation, as well as teaching your young girls how to grow flowers and vegetables, as well as host of this year's first ever Missouri Cannabis Culture Awards, okay, on November 16th. Starts at 6:30 p.m. at STL, STL Canna Lounge in St. Charles, Missouri, which will highlight 20 awards to the top brands within the cannabis industry here in St. Louis. So, you know what, y'all? Why don't y'all give it up for Aisha Taylor herself? How are you? How's your day going? I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. Hope you like that intro.
Yeah, that was nice. I appreciate you inviting me out.
Oh, sister, I've been trying to have you for years. I'm so happy to have you. Yes, this week has been, I don't know about you. Did you vote?
Of course.
You did? Okay, who you with?
Of course, I was with Kamala.
Okay, see, and see, that's the thing, right? Miss Harris, it's sad that I have to ask that question, but I got to ask that question.
Yeah, it is, because I was unpleasantly surprised at some of people.
Preach, Miss Taylor, preach, like, because to me, I did not, what up, Barry, how you living, bro? I did not expect that outcome, and I did not expect so many of our people just to be on some, she ain't black enough, or she ain't this, or she just became black. And then I don't know how you just become black when you from the hood in Oakland and went to Howard University. I don't understand. I don't understand what these people wanted. But this is one thing I gotta say, right? I don't want this to be, because this is going to be a real quick, easy way for us to be to hate on each other and turn on each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a very divisive time from the top on down. And unfortunately, the presidency, that's considered the top, and the person that's in it right now is not someone who is a uniter. That is not someone that's about bringing us together. So I was thankful to go to my family's church today. What is it? Trinity Church over in Baden, on Broadway. Went there, and man, I got the word of the Lord. And we just got to remember, y'all, God is in control. No matter what's going on, with the surrounding and what's going on on this earth, God is in control. Pray to Him and believe in Him, because this other stuff, I don't know too much about it. And also, too, like always, thank you, sir. Sweetie, do you need water?
Please.
Just, can I get one more? Appreciate you. There you go, sweetie.
Thank you.
That's for you. As always, we are powered by the Cola Lounge at 2834 Cherokee Street, St. Louis, Mo. Make sure y'all check them out. Shout out B in the house. You know what I'm saying? Brennan in the house. Gotta shout them out. Shout out STL Cannabis Cannabis Club. These are the they sponsor me, so shout out to B and love Cola Lounge. To me, it's the best. It's the first and best cannabis lounge here in St. Louis. But how have you been dealing with the unfortunate results from the election?
Honestly, I mean, it is what it is at this point. That's where I be with stuff, It's nothing we can do. The life I live, I always tell people,
thank you, sir.
Hey, I'm going to get it either way. So
right.
No matter who in office, you just got to figure out how to maneuver around what's to come.
Right.
And all the ignorant people that's coming out of it, because people are really showing their true sides with this whole election.
Oh situation. Yes, that's the thing. Like we still we're black folks, so we the most resilient people on the face of the earth. Right. So we gonna figure it out. It's just gonna be harder now. Mm-hmm. It's just gonna be way harder.
And we gotta look out for each other more, because I think that's the thing that's gonna come in play, is the things that he's going to put in place is going to leave a lot of people that look like us,
That's
trying to figure out what to do.
It's Taylor or Tyler? Tyler, right?
Taylor.
Taylor, Miss Taylor, that is, AKA Miss Royal Highness herself.
Mm-hmm.
That is the realest thing you've ever said. Like, we have to lean on each other more. We just have to, because this is so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not. It's it. We we have to lean on people more, and honestly too, and I know it's going to be real easy to do this, and do not do it. Those of you people that voted different from you, they are not your enemy. They
Oh.
are not your enemy. I repeat, people that voted different from you, they are not your enemy. Now, some of them may act like that, you know what I'm saying? But you try your best to stay the hell away from them people, and do not combat hate with hate. You ain't gonna win. You can't combat hate with hate. It don't work like that.
And I
Use
mean,
it
the beauty of it all, I think, with this system is that you have freedom of choice.
always.
You vote for who you want to vote for.
That's right.
But when you vote, you just really need to think about outside of yourself. And I think that's what some people forget. A lot of us are wealthy and doing this and doing that good. But what about the people who need those assists and those helps that don't always go into play when certain people come into power?
There's a reason why I wanted this young woman on my show, and that is why. Do you see what she just said? It's not just because you're doing good. It's not about you. It's about other folks that aren't. And some people that are doing good, they doing bad in other areas, and I mean, come on. But all right, here we go. I'm gonna do a post election show, because I did some pre-election shows. I'll do that later on this month.
Okay.
It has been sad, but thank God for God, because God is getting me through this stressful time. But more importantly, Miss Taylor, I wanted to have you on because, like I said, I've been a fan of yours for a while. More than welcome. You started Royal Highness Consulting, which, like I said, it teaches young girls how to grow vegetables, and
That's my little highnesses.
I'm sorry, Little Highnesses.
Yeah.
Before we get into the into Royal Highness, because they do so much more than that. Before we get into that, I want to know about you. Where you from?
I'm from St. Louis.
Born and raised.
Yep. Grew
Okay.
up in Walnut Park.
That's what's up.
And, been thugging ever since.
That's what's up. That's cool. Pull that mic closer to you.
Okay.
Right on. How was the home life? Two parents, mom, dad, grandma. What was the deal?
My mom and dad were married at a point. I love both my parents. I'm a daddy's girl.
That's what's
I'm
up.
a mama's girl.
Damn right.
I'm just that person.
That's beautiful.
I'm accommodating people. So.
Right
That's how I know the girl. My dad is like the green thumb of all green thumbs.
Okay, so you got your green thumb from your dad.
Just following him around.
Bet. Okay. What was the first thing he taught you to grow?
He never really taught me to grow anything, just like being around. My family, they from the South, so my great grandma and them had like the whole backyard was half of it was vegetables, garden type stuff. My dad, it just trickled down. He has 1 million plants and he's always planting and gardening. So as he gets older, he needs help. So I just kind of started to fill in a little more.
Okay, that's
and
what's
it
up.
came natural, so I kept with it.
What did you like about it?
I like being outside. I like the nature of it all, and just the beauty of it all. Just seeing things just grow like that. It's just amazing. I'm amazed at a lot of the small things.
Right. That's not a small thing. Putting a seed into the earth and remembering to water it and to nurture it and do whatever you have to do for it to grow. That's not a small thing. And seeing it, props, props to you for that. Okay. How was school for you back in the day? Like, what kind of student were you?
I was studious, but I had my fun.
Okay.
I had my fun. I went to Forest Park and Harris-Stowe for my undergrad, so I had plenty of fun.
Okay, that's what's up. Did you like school? Did you just there to do it, or like what was the deal?
I have a master's degree. My master's degree is actually in counseling. So
Oh shit!
I just retired from all my other stuff. My bachelor's is in K through 8 education, and my master's is in professional counseling.
That's what's up. Okay. Why? What made you want to do counseling?
I didn't want to do teaching anymore, so I went from teaching to school counseling. Then while I was there, I just got my regular counseling degree.
Okay. Now, if I can get you to keep this mic right there, pull
Okay.
it up. There you go. Right. I appreciate you, sweetie.
I got you.
What school did you go to?
College.
Yes.
I got my grad from Lindenwood, my undergrad from Harris-Stowe.
Oh shit.
It was State College back then, and now it's university.
HBCU in the house.
Of course.
Damn right. Okay. What did undergrad from Lindenwood and then Harris-Stowe?
My undergrad from Harris-Stowe and then my graduate from Lindenwood.
Okay, bet. How were your experiences at those higher learning higher education?
I met some of the best teachers I knew in both those facilities. Lindenwood
Okay.
had some great grad teachers, and
Yeah.
Harrisville had some great teachers. Forest Park had great teachers.
They
So,
did. I went to Forest Park, man. Shout out.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
took African American studies, so I met like so many great black men and women
Oh, that's beautiful.
teaching you about yourself.
That's beautiful. So, as a kid, because it sounded like you did teaching first. Did you want to be a teacher? Like, what was it?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I wanted to be because I was always a helper.
Okay.
I was a mentor when I was in high school. The stuff like that kind of leaned me toward that.
Right.
So,
Okay. So you always, so that makes sense for what you're doing now. You always had it in your heart to extend a helping hand, help with this, help with that.
probably not intentionally, but kind of how I just am naturally. I think,
Right.
yeah, I just like to look out for people, help out if I can.
Okay. How long? So, and you got your, did you do any actually teaching? Because I know you got your graduate in
Yep,
counseling.
I taught in St. Louis Public for a couple years before I went back
Wow.
to school.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Okay. What grade did you teach? What did you teach?
Mainly I taught in elementary, but I did a couple of like a year and a half subbing as middle school.
How'd you like that?
I like the older kids.
Okay.
Yeah, so I used to be a foster parent for just teenage girls, so um, I like working with
Dang.
they. That's who need us.
Wow. What what is that's man, okay, cuz Miss Taylor, you do a lot. Where did this I get that where the green thumb comes from. I get where the helping comes from, but it just seems like you was it someone in your family that instilled this in you? Was this a family thing where I mean, you were a foster mom too? Like, wow.
I just have been blessed, honestly, to in my journey. Honestly, I just didn't want to grow up like just all hood stuff all the time. I
Mhm.
got a lot of friends, and I love them all, but we ain't all the same.
Mhm.
Some people want different things. So, I just always, every job that I had, I would always meet like one amazing like older woman or just somebody who would always just give me what I eventually gave to other people. Just
Wow.
encouragement and just woman stuff.
Damn right.
So
Okay. And that
even
made
at Forest Park, it was a lot of black women there that were just encouraging.
right. How'd you get into being a foster mom?
Well, I wanted to be a mentor,
Okay.
and so it didn't work out the way I planned. So I end up just applying to be a foster parent.
Wow.
And that's how it happened. I wanted to be a mentor through boys and girls, and I think at the time they had like income type of things that you had to be,
Mhm.
and I just had extra space. I had one son, and that's kind of how it started. With
Mm.
one son, and I was gonna do a little boy, and then as I got the boy, they needed more girls, so I ended up switching from boys to girls, and I
Wow.
ended up doing teenage girls. So that's kind of how I transitioned.
So more girls were needed. We needed to foster more girls than boys.
Older girls, the older
Wow.
girls don't. They usually end up in the homes or something. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? The teenagers,
Yeah.
maybe 14, 15.
So you would bring them in.
Yeah, I would get the older girls. Yeah.
How long did you do that for?
How old was Sharon? The 12. So probably maybe like 5 years.
5 years.
Hmm.
Wow. That is. What did you? Is there anything you gained from that?
Just knowledge to know that our girls out here need guidance.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Right. And it just.
guidance.
I know it gave you like the ultimate sense of accomplishment. Like just being in those women's lives and helping them out and helping those kids out when they needed it.
Yeah, it's a lot though.
Hmm.
Especially with older girls because you are taking on a lot with the girls, then with the families, because
Hmm.
you know.
Right.
But overall, yeah, it was definitely meaningful. Most of my girls I work with, I still have contact to this day. They kids, so.
That's beautiful.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if I touch on anything that you don't want to talk about, just tell me.
Oh,
I meant to tell you that earlier
no
today too.
worries.
Right on. How many children do you have?
Two.
Two. Okay. So you had the boy at first. When did you have your second child?
My youngest is 14.
14.
Hmm.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How do you still do the fostering?
No.
Okay.
So my oldest son, he has sickle cell. So I was a sickle cell mom, and
I'm
as
sorry to
he
hear
got
that.
sicker, I kind of stopped doing fostering. That's kind of what stopped me around there because it
Okay.
took a lot of my time. And then my 14-year-old, he has autism. So that's part of why I was kind of looking into cannabis studies in the beginning.
Hmm.
But I'm not really an advocate of cannabis in kids, so I'll say that. But
Right.
it sparked my interest initially
Right.
because I
Okay.
know a lot of autism parents who do utilize it with their
How
kiddos.
how is he now?
Oh, he's good.
He's
He's
good.
14. He does good.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a lot of assists in place, and he's considered high functioning. So yeah, he does good.
Wow. And that's your oldest son.
My youngest.
I mean, your oldest who had sickle cell.
Yeah, my oldest has sickle. He still does. And it's a lifelong. So yeah, he still has sickle cell.
Okay, and he's doing great.
Yeah, he does good.
Praise God. Okay. Now you just brought up something really good. You know, I'm gonna ask you about that because ask you about this. You just said two different things. You said I'm not for cannabis. I was looking into cannabis for my son because he has autism, but I'm not into cannabis for kids. But I do know it works. Did you say?
I didn't say all of that.
Okay, you didn't say it works, but you said you're not for it for kids. Why is that?
I'm just not an advocate for cannabis and kids because it's still just a lot. A lot that needs to be studied for you to, it is some long-term effects. So, do you want to start your kid on it at an early age and have those, and when you don't clearly know everything, there is to know. I'm not a fan with kids and medicine, period, So,
Okay.
So yeah, cannabis definitely wouldn't be one that I would just jump into because there's still a lot of studies going on with it.
Okay. And when you say kids with medicine, like, I mean, kids need medicine. What do you mean? Like, what kind of meds? You mean like adult meds?
I mean, there's a lot of meds that kids get that they may not need.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of therapies that you can use instead of medicines.
Yeah, you're going to set of pharmaceuticals. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, mainly I'm talking about pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
But, there's like a ton of therapies out now,
Right.
And I do believe that some kids eventually may need meds. I've
Okay.
played around with them with mine, but it just seems like it's more trouble than good sometimes.
Right.
So
Right.
the ABAs, the occupational, the speech, there's so many therapies out here now. I would always suggest to try some of those first.
Okay. There you go. I'm with that. I'm with that. Anything that you can do where you can use less pharmaceutical drugs, I don't care how old you are, do that. Yeah, definitely.
Especially because pharmaceuticals are, in general, a lot, And that's what I'm always torn with. Like, okay, you're giving the kid medicine for this, but it's really used to treat like psycho stuff, like antidepressant and this, but none of those are even the things that your kid has.
Right,
though,
right. So why are you? Yeah.
But they'll lump it in with those things.
They will, even though that's not. Yep, exactly.
They lump those in with a lot of things.
Yeah, it almost sounds like when you take those drugs that's supposed to help you with such and such for mental stability or something wrong with your back, and then it gives you these side effects of may make you have suicidal thoughts, or excessive bowel movements. Like what? I don't want like what these side effects show. Like what the hell?
They're a little worse.
Yeah, super worse. All right. So you graduate from Lindenwood. You have your master's in counseling. Where did you go from there?
I did counseling. I worked with men and children for a little while.
Okay.
And
what year was this?
This was years ago. I haven't worked in counseling maybe in 7 years now.
7 years? Oh wow. Oh, you haven't been in counseling in 7 years?
No, I haven't worked in the field in about 7 years.
All right.
I've been doing this for like 5. So
okay.
I started my own business about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And
straight from counseling to starting Royal Highnesses?
Nope. I did some. So when I stopped counseling, I did like just some odd little jobs. I worked in the schools, but not as a teacher. I just was, a building aide here. Just wanted to be in the environment without, man, it's so much responsibility on teachers. It really just is.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So, I know that.
So I did that for a little while, and then I just decided to just do my own thing.
Okay. All right.
I've done a lot of years, more than a lot, of service just to, my community, my girls, and I still do. I just need to do some things that where I'm at in life right now.
When did you know that you were going to start your own business? When did you know?
I don't think I knew until just kind of happened.
Okay.
And the cannabis thing I was doing landscaping and gardening as like a little side part-time thing.
Okay.
But then when the cannabis and stuff came, it just kind of opened. So now that's what I kind of just mainly do is the cannabis, and then I do landscaping and gardening.
Right.
And I stay pretty busy.
Okay, now here's the thing. It's 2024. Aisha, I've known about you, hell, since the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Like before, you've been grinding for a little minute. When you kicked off Royal Highnesses 5 years ago? Yep, that sounds about right. That's about right.
Yep, 2019.
And, yes, ma'am. And what made you, because the first thing that drew me in, because I didn't even know you did the cultivation. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know you
Oh,
did cannabis cultivation. The very first thing I knew was little Highnezz when you taught.
my girls.
Yeah, because I wanted to have my daughter do it,
Right.
and my niece, like I told you before. And I thought that was so cool. Like, what made you? Now, okay, for two-part questions. Was that the first thing that you did with Royal Highnesses, and what made you want to teach little girls how to grow fruits and vegetables?
Uh, well, the little girls there, they came in maybe about a year after I started.
Okay.
I always wanted to have a little girls grow thing.
Mm.
So then when I started Royal Highness, it just kind of fit in, you
Okay.
know. And then I thought of the name, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's dope. We gonna do
Yeah,
that.
that's dope.
And I
Yeah.
got like a lot of nieces, so I pulled them in. They pulled cousins in. Then a lot of my grow moms, you know, they girls kind of did some seasons with us because we kind of did it in seasons at first.
No
You know.
doubt.
We
No
had a
doubt.
lot of support. They let us use the building over. They lead home growers for a while. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
we did some stuff with Groger, his garden shop now with Lila and them.
Shout out to
So
Zach.
yeah,
Okay.
so we've done they've done some nice little things, and it's just something I always wanted to do. I have a lot of nieces, so I put them to good use and get them together, do some girl stuff. You
Damn
know.
right. Put them to work in something they can learn forever.
Yes,
Something they could use forever. Yeah, hell yeah.
definitely.
So Royal Highnesses, when you started that, that was just a straight cultivation. What was it exactly?
Well, when I originally started,
Uh huh.
I was a plant caregiver.
Okay. Oh yeah, because that's how it had to be.
Hmm.
Yeah, before it was
It was
100% legal, y'all.
so I wasn't a caregiver for people. I grew plants for people.
Right. Okay.
So
Did you
so
have to
that's
go
how
through
it
the
started.
state for that?
Yeah,
Yep.
like they would be registered under with a med card, and then they just sign you up as a caregiver
Bet.
of their plants, basically. So
There you go. Would the state give you any type of supplement with that?
no,
They definitely should have. Okay, I feel like they should have.
no, well, it's up to you. Well, you technically can't get paid for it, but like it's like reimbursements between you and your caregiver. You know, at the time, that's how it was. Just reimbursements, like for the things
What?
that you did. But you know,
They had it written that you couldn't get paid for it?
well, I'm not. I mean, at the time, you couldn't get paid. I mean, you couldn't get paid to like, oh, I'm going to give them medicine. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it basically was a non-payment type of deal, but you can be reimbursed. That's the word, the
That's
verbiage.
how it was worded. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it said you could. Okay. So what it said was you can be reimbursed for like everything you paying for.
I don't know the exact verbiage, but that's pretty much how it was explained to me.
Yeah, but you can't get paid specifically to give them that. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
get it.
can't just sell them the weed from. You know, I
Yeah.
have to be their plant caregiver, so they're buying all their stuff for their plants and the care, and you know they pay me
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
for the electricity, and all of that comes into whatever contract you
right.
and your person have.
That's what I'm saying. I wish the state should have, because they make so much money off of those applications that y'all had to put in for that. I mean, because that costs money to put in that. Did it cost money to put in that app to get that license?
Oh
To
yeah,
be-
you had to pay for you had to pay for your state fees, and you had with cultivating, you had to pay
Yeah.
your cultivating fees.
Yeah. So that's
So it came out to maybe a couple hundred. Yeah.
wow. How often did you have to? Was that
That's
once a
just
year?
Once a year.
Yeah,
Just
see.
to get your license, your medical license.
That's complete bullshit. I think they should have gave y'all a supplement. Okay, so you start off doing that. You're growing plants for folks. How soon after? And you said Little Highness is a year after that. How did it go for Royal Highness? You know, how did you slowly how did your momentum build?
I think it just built off just putting out the work that I was doing. You know, I got into doing some events. I did my Paint with Mary Jane event
Okay.
for a couple years. And then I did some collabs with some different people, you
Right.
know, and just get to know some different people in the industry. And basically, I mean, my work's speaking for itself. You
Yeah,
know?
no doubt.
People they've seen and they've tried, and you know,
Yeah.
I got some goodies for you too.
That's what's up. And where they at? Because I heard you said you was bringing some samples,
I definitely.
and I've heard of your bud. So break it out. let's see what you're working with.
Also, my main breeder I deal with is Courtney, of course, over at Archie Seed Co.
Okay.
He always got some good stuff. I brought you a couple.
Oh, that's what's up. All right. I wish we had something rolled up because I sure was okay. Now, what is Arnold Drummond
Yeah.
from what is it? Don't tell me the Different Strokes fame. So it looks like we got some. What you talking about, Willis? You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Gary Coleman. This is named after him. What is this?
Arnold Drummond is. Let me try to remember. I think that is Banana Beignet Time Cherry Garcia.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Courtney, if I get this but I'm almost positive.
Come on, cutie. You got to know your stuff. Come on now.
Man, no. Courtney is man, I got so many different crosses. Like, most of them not named. He just named that one. So,
Okay.
I'm almost positive, though. It's Banana Beignet and Cherry Garcia.
Banana Beignet and Cherry Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now.
Charged to my mind, not my heart. I smoke. I'm
Same. Okay, so here's the thing. Now tell me how this works, because I know Elitist, Zach, they do this as well. They work with a breeder, and some people don't, some people do. But explain to me, do you cultivate the seed and then you give it to them, or how does that relationship work?
Well, no. With Archie Seed Co., I usually grow his stuff. Like,
okay.
We have done some breeding projects, so I got quite a few seeds that I've made, but the breed is just not for me. It's a very long, tedious process, and
okay.
He know it drove me crazy.
Right.
But yeah, I usually get my seeds from him. I get clones from him.
Okay.
Anytime he brewing some new stuff, he'll call me like, "Hey, I got this," and I'm like, "Hey, I got room."
Bad. Okay. And what's Archie Seed Co.?
Archie Seed Company. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Archie Seed Company.
Mm-hmm.
What are they?
He's a breeder.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Yep, Courtney. He's a lot of people know him.
Okay.
He just stay in the lab all the time. I keep telling him he need to get out.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And he literally produces the seeds, and you grab them, you get them from him.
He is a mad scientist. He always got new stuff going.
Okay, bet. Mm-hmm. Now help me out with this. And you're before we get into that, let's look at this other one. This one is dope. It's on IG, y'all. For my YouTube audience. Boom. Hey, Just show this. Get this camera angle real quick. IG audience, you're looking at Donkey Kong. That's Donkey Kong. What? YouTube audience, you're looking at Andre Drummond. This is Andre Drummond from Royal Highnezz. And this is Donkey Kong. You got it? Look at my EP is on it, y'all. He got this right on camera.
He's just pointing fingers.
You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's all we got to do. Point them fingers. There you go. See, that's Donkey Kong, y'all. And then the last one, this is Mr. Big and
Strawberry Frosted Donuts.
Straight Frosted Donuts. Strawberry Frosted Donuts. Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. Mr. Big and Strawberry Frosted Donuts. You see it, Just? That. So that's that one, YouTube audience. This help me out with this, okay? Because this is exactly what I'm talking about. Miss Royal Highness herself, why can't I get a pure freaking strain anymore?
Because everybody crossing like crazy.
I know, but but do you see the?
It's hard to get those. I've been trying to get a good Northern Light seed for the longest.
Right.
I love Northern Lights.
Exactly. And all you can get is Northern Lights crossed with something else. That's all you can get.
Courtney been looking for me some good Northern Lights.
Yeah. Okay. And why do you think it is that it's so hard to find, an indica or a sativa?
I mean, straight sativas or mostly the older land race, so don't nobody really have those straight no more like that. You know what I'm saying? Not you definitely not local. I'm sure you could find it, but
have to go
the
online.
Seeds but even online, you know, how do you know that they're the real deal though?
Yeah.
Of these things though. So you really just be having to know somebody. The way Courtney, if you know some people that know some people to get some good stuff like that,
right?
Or you got to be coming out of pocket.
Yeah.
So
I would.
I'm not
sorry,
picky like that though.
Yeah.
So it's so much good stuff out here getting crossed that I'm usually good, with the crosses. But every now and then, it is some strains that
right.
I would like to bring back.
Right, no doubt. To me, I think it's a clusterfuck. I think it's a clusterfuck. I think they throw out a whole bunch of mixed strains, not pure strains. So people are more used to getting. And I don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not saying that this is 100% this, but they're used to getting the unreal instead of the real. The real is a pure strain that's sativa or indica. When you get something that's crossbred, it's not as pure as either or. You know what I'm saying? So you're not getting that purity of an indica or a sativa that you would get because we're too busy cross splicing everything. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, the beauty of a hybrid is that some people don't just like to be sativa or
Right.
indica. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people like that mixture of the hybrid.
Right.
You know? And I'm one of those people because I've had some, even with the sativa dominance. You know, I've been to clean the whole house, the backyard, or every. You know, sometimes I don't want to be there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Or with some of the heavy indicas, you know, I don't want to be stuck all day, or I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
just feel sleepy or tired or lazy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them hybrids just get you going right where you need to be, or keep
Right.
you like a nice level, you know.
Right. Right.
And I think too, it's just so many people now are growing and doing dope stuff, so it's just inevitable that you know the old term becomes the new.
Right. Okay. I'm glad you said that because I agree with that as well. Okay. I 1,000,000% agree with that. The only thing I don't like about that is that's all we can get. We can't get a indica, a sativa. All we can get is the ones that are crossed. If what you're saying is 100% correct, but sometimes I just want to be in the couch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to be straight sativa out. You know what I mean? I don't want to have two different things going on at once. It's just me personally. Every cannabis affects everyone different. We all have the endocannabinoid system within our bodies, but it hits everyone different. It just does.
Yeah,
So
of course it
yeah,
does. Yeah.
I mean that's how I look at that. I just wish they would.
But I mean, you can get some.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta know the right people.
Yeah, I know personal cultivators. I know you. I know Elitist. I know Brennan.
That can get some good stuff.
Yeah, yes he can. You know what I'm saying? I know Grow Room. I know Fallon. I know my other guy out in Wentzville. I know people who cultivate, and I don't even deal with. I don't deal with. I don't deal with dispensaries unless they sponsor me. Then I mess with them. And I don't deal with the street unless they grew that shit themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or I trust who I'm getting it from.
Right.
If it's a legacy cat somebody been messing with for years, a Big J, H.P.G, somebody like that,
Right.
and I know H.P.G make they stuff. You know what I'm saying? High pressure growers don't play. So they make they stuff. So I'm messing with them. Big J, I'm messing with him. Dude been doing this shit for 20 years. But for like just random cats on the street, they got so much weight and they got so many pounds. The shit is cheap and none of it is fucking a pure nothing. It's all fancy new
They
shit.
barely know the name of it.
Barely know the name. You know what I mean? I'm good on that. I hit pause on that shit. But anyway, moving forward. So, what was I want to ask more about Royal Highness, but I want to get to your event. You know what I'm saying? Royal Highness, I guess in shit. I'm just gonna get to the event. How did you connect with B and B, aka Brennan England, and Zach Post? How did you connect with them on Missouri awards? You know, cannabis awards here in St. Louis for this area. How did you connect with them, and where'd y'all get that idea from?
It was actually my idea.
Okay.
I actually talked to Zach about it maybe a year ago about it, and we just wasn't ready, you know.
Yeah.
So then I brought it back up, you know, to him this year. He was like, "Yeah, I already said that's dope. Let's do it," you know. And he brought in Brennan, and then from there, I mean, Zach just be making stuff happen. He's really, really good at, you know, getting things where they need to be. So with my ideas and his foot to action, we've done pretty good.
That's what's up. What made you want to have a cannabis awards for St. Louis folks?
I don't know. I just felt this time. I see like a transition. You know, a lot of us older people are kind of moving out the way, and a lot of newer people are coming in. And then it's so many different areas in this industry that's just so dope. And I just feel like people wasn't getting they shine. You know, everybody always highlight the beef everybody got going on, or you know who don't like. At the end of the day, it's some dope stuff going on here. Some dope people, and they putting in that work.
Yeah,
you know? So,
no doubt.
Hey, let's celebrate each other. We
No
deserve
doubt.
it.
Talk about it, man. Like that's literally what it is. Because I mean, we have to, like you said at the start of this interview, we have to look out for each other, and we have to gravitate towards each other. And I love how you wanted to uplift, because it's that I've been doing this for 5 years. I've been doing my little digging in the cannabis industry here for 5 years, and it's been crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen beef with folks, you know what I'm saying, but not a whole lot, but I've seen a little bit, inside the industry, and that's everywhere. But the one thing I notice, and this is what y'all are highlighting, the little bit of digging you do in the cannabis industry here in St. Louis, it will come up roses. Like you will find so many good people doing so many good things. Like when I started this joint in 2019, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know what I would find. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I love cannabis. Shit, I'm a smoker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Therefore, yeah.
I've been that. It's always been there for me. So, I don't know what I'm going to find, looking for it here in St. Louis. And I did it in the little bit of digging I did. It turned up U, it turned up B, it turned up Elite Homegrow Academy, the Cola Lounge, like so many different things, like so many STL Space Treats, what is it, Best Bud, like Best Buds.
Rich
It's
Buds.
Brits Buds,
Okay.
but Best Buds is another company.
Oh,
That's a
oh
whole
yeah,
nother
that's
one.
it
Yeah,
surely is,
you know what I'm
surely
saying?
is.
Like it's so many. You know what I mean?
It really is.
It's so many here, like that are doing so many great things. But I got to take it back a tick because I can't believe I neglected to ask you this. When was the first time you ever smoked?
Ugh.
And you said, and
Okay.
another thing too. You said old people. You ain't old. Aisha, how old are you? If you don't want to say, you ain't got to.
I'm 46.
Wow, I wouldn't have guessed 46. Okay, dang. All right. I wouldn't have guessed that, but yeah, you're not old. You're
Older.
Yeah, you're not old.
Probably. Let me think. How old is my son? I probably started smoking when I maybe was like 32.
32?
Hmm.
Whoa, 32. When was the first time you ever smoked?
When I was 32.
Wow. Okay, you were a late bloomer. What why?
Just I think my earlier years I was just busy with a lot of stuff.
Okay.
That wasn't anything that I really came in path with. You know,
Okay.
yeah, my family smoked. But it just wasn't something that like in my home. My mom, she didn't drink, didn't smoke. My siblings, they don't drink or they don't smoke. Maybe social drinking here or there, but it just wasn't something that was a norm.
Oh, I
So
thought you just said your family did smoke. I guess
my
that
dad's side.
dad side. Okay,
But in my mom's house, my mom, she
none of
never
that.
drank or smoked. None of my siblings on my mom's side, they don't drink or smoke.
Bad,
So it just wasn't a norm.
bad.
But as I got older, I was stressed, life, and just, I decided to relax and
Wow. Okay.
let the weed take over.
Damn.
Let somebody give me the smoke.
I hear you. Was it an ex or something that introduced you? Like,
It
how'd you get
probably
introduced?
was. I think it was. Yep.
It was.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
What but that, and a shout out to that ex. I'm glad you weren't scared and you took it.
Well, I never was scared because, like I said, my family always did it, but
Yeah.
I just never indulged with them. Like to this day, I still won't smoke with my daddy. I'm like, no, don't even look back.
Right.
Y'all pass and do not let that man pass it to me. I love you, Dad.
Wait, you won't blow with your dad?
No.
Why not?
He my dad.
So you feel weird?
Yes.
I feel you on that. I
Now, my siblings don't matter, but my dad.
Yeah, I still have yet to have a drink with my mom, so I get you on that.
Oh, see?
Yeah. So, but I would. It's just, I don't know. Shit. Okay, so what was it about it? Okay, were you instantly hooked your first time, or did it take a while? Like, what was the deal? Your first time you blew?
No, I was just cool. Like I'm not a heavy smoker even to this day. I smoke regularly, but not.
No, did you like it at first? Is what I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay, first time you smoked.
Yeah.
Okay, you'd be shocked. Like a lot of folks, they it takes them like 2-3 tries sometimes.
Oh
Before
really?
before they,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, I mean I've been around people who smoke, so I kind of knew the feeling I would get. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right.
when I went in, I already knew what I was going in.
Okay, that's what's up.
Expecting kind of.
So how many years? So my 32. Wow. So I guess a decade later is when you did Royal Highness.
Yep, I just started our Highnezz in 2019.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And huh. And for you, because I'm kind of struck by this, you being such a late smoker in life. What made you want to say I want to make a company with this now? I want to
Well,
cultivate
mainly was
for people.
the growing part.
The
I
growing
just
part.
like to grow stuff,
Ah, yeah.
and it was the challenge.
Right.
I could kill this. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
No doubt.
You know.
No doubt.
So I like to play my hand in a lot of plants. So I have
Right.
a lot of plants. So cannabis just became one of my plants actually.
No doubt.
Mhm.
Is it the process that you like?
Uh, yeah, kind of. Yeah, seeing from what it can be. Yeah,
Yeah.
because so many people got so many different genetics,
Yeah.
And I've tried a lot of them over the years, and I'm just always like amazed at just how different genetics are. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Breeders matter. Shout out to the breeders
No
because
doubt.
that's a
No
lot of
doubt.
work they
Yes,
put
ma'am.
in. Because it take a lot to make a genuine quality seed.
It do.
And that's why I
It do.
deal with Courtney genetics. They not finicky. They not sensitive. I like my plants to be able to take some stuff.
You need to give me Courtney's number after this so I can have him on the show. I gotta have him on next. Yeah,
Got
you
you.
talking that brother up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, people who know him and use his genetics, they know he got good stuff.
And say the company name again.
Archie Seco.
Archie Seco.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bet. Yes, I need Courtney's number. Okay, so sell me on your awesome Missouri Cannabis Culture Awards, and they spell culture with a K. You know how us black folks do, y'all.
You gotta change something.
No. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. On November 16th, it is at STL Canna Lounge. Now, question: why STL? Before you go into selling it, why STL Canna Lounge instead of Cola?
Just venue, the size,
Oh, it's bigger.
the lounge. It has a stage.
It does?
It
Okay.
looks like the presentation that we trying to put on.
Oh, okay.
Because we put a lot of thought, effort, and work into making this just an awesome event and night for
No doubt.
the culture, the cannabis crowd.
Have you chilled in STL Canna Lounge yet?
I went to one event there with the Canna Moms, and I think it was a movie night. 'Cause,
Okay.
they were Andrew's movie back then.
Uh-huh.
And that was the only time I had been in there. So.
Was that that movie theater that you could
St. Andrews. It used to be St. Andrews out in St. Charles.
out in St. Charles, and it was like that movie night, and you could blow in there.
Yep.
Yes, I was trying to get to that. So that's them.
Well, that's what they. I guess they facility was known for.
Oh wow.
And then I think the Canna Moms had an event there, and somebody invited me, so that was my first time there, and that was a little while ago.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, bet. So I don't know nothing about this. I'm just an average STL smoker, or I'm out of town. I'm just listening to High Off the Glass because this show is dope. Sell me on your event.
Well, I don't really think it needs to be sold, because I mean this event is for us. Like, well, if you want to be sold on, though, we got some dope awards.
There you go.
They look
There you
nice. I pick them up on Wednesday.
There you go, girl.
It's just I feel like a lot of people ask about vending spots. This is for us.
Mm-hmm.
We've done the work. So this is a night for you to sit back, enjoy, see people you haven't seen. That's the thing I like about events. You run into people that you see on Instagram all the time, or like this is a Missouri event. So we have people that's been nominated that's from other parts of Missouri. So it'd just be cool to have all those people in the same place. And we celebrating each other.
That's awesome. So how far away? Like, cause that's. I'm remiss. I should not have said the STL area. This is how far away we got folks coming in for this.
We don't. We haven't verified. I don't think Zach is verified yet. He's supposed to call this week and see exactly who is going to be in attendance because all our nominees get in free.
Okay.
But we have people, from Kansas, all the way from Kansas,
Wow.
So this is all of Missouri. So
That's what's
I don't
up.
know where all the nominees are from.
Yeah.
Because his name's on there. I'm like, that's what's up. But that's how you know how big this culture is. Like,
Right.
it's places, people on there you probably never heard of, but they are heard of.
That's
And
what's
that's
up.
why we doing this.
That's what's
Shine
up.
the light on the people who deserve that light shined on.
Exactly. I love that y'all had a podcast spot in there. You know what I'm saying? So that that gives a shout out to us doing it. And the categories y'all have, like they're not just best weed, best blunt roller, best logo. No, they're not. They're like best cultivator, best strain. Best, like, give me a couple of them, those categories, because I mean these are specific.
Shout out to Zach because he really pulled this
tell.
list together.
Yeah, I
like
could
rollers, blowers, like
Yeah,
glass
glass blowers, yeah, yep.
But all of that is a thing in this culture,
Right.
And that's
right.
why I think that's why this is a good award show because it's not just highlighting the growers or the breeders or the edibles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's highlighting everything that has to
Everybody.
do with the cannabis culture.
All those folks and some. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And we have a cannabis achievement award for one person who has done more than enough in cannabis. And deserves to be
Oh, that's
recognized.
awesome. And they're going to be revealed that night?
Yes.
Oh, can you tell me off air? Tell me who they is off air.
Think about it.
Please. Because, what is it? It's Saturday. It's, Saturday, November 16th?
Yes.
Okay. I got to get off
Doors
work.
open at 6:30.
That's right. I got to get off work for this. Where can people purchase tickets?
The link is in Elite Homegrower's bio,
Okay.
and you can, we try not to have tickets sold that night, but I mean, if all else fails, you know what I'm saying, we might have a few left if we don't sell out, because, we do have to accommodate the space that we have, and we have up to 80 people who can get in, free, and that's all our nominees.
That's what's up. From what I've heard, tickets are selling. You guys are doing great. So I'd love to hear that.
A lot of support.
There you
We
go.
have a lot of support.
Where have you been getting the support from?
Just the community, especially since we put out the nominees, everybody amped and hyped, who on the list, and it's the people who know they deserve to be there.
No
you
doubt.
know what I'm saying? They ain't had no complaints. Oh no, everybody is very, very happy with the nominees, and the nominees are happy, and we happy with the nominees, because a lot of people on there, I do know, and I know Zach probably know most of them, and they deserve to be on there.
They do. I know those folks, and a lot of the names I saw on there, even the names I don't know, but I know this especially for the names I do know. Them people put in that work.
Absolutely.
And they've been doing it. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to highlight these folks. I can't wait to be in the building. I want to be in the house for this, because I know this is going to be sick. I just got to figure out how I'm going to get off work. But I got to be in the building for this. What, you three, right? You, Zach, and B, aka Brennan, y'all make a good team, a good cannabis triangle. Are you all thinking about doing anything in the future together?
I don't know. We haven't talked about it. No. I've known Brennan in this industry for a while, and we haven't really done anything together. And me and Zach, we just did the Christmas party together with a hustle campaign. That was the only thing that we done together. But I think organically we all do well on our own things, you know what I'm saying? But then when something big and nice and fits, together comes, and you never know.
No doubt.
But that's how me and Zach have ended back up in this. Some events just fit us.
Right. I think some events definitely fit y'all, and I'm just happy. That y'all are doing this, because, like I said, and like you said, it is needed. It's needed to shout out the people in this state who have put in this work. And the funny part about it is not the folks that are dispensaries. Well, you do have a category on there for best dispensary, which you have to have. But it's not just the folks that are making millions of dollars off this. It's other folks that are funding this from their own pockets.
Definitely.
y'all are highlighting those people. The backbone of this industry. Yeah. So I just gotta give y'all props for that, for real.
Up.
And you said people can find tickets on
Elite Homegrower's
Elite Homegrown page.
Bio.
There you go.
Bio.
All right, bad. Also, too, y'all, tickets, if there's some, left over, they will be selling tickets that night. So come to the event, have your money ready, and if there's some tickets left, you can probably get one. If I were you, I would not wait, and I'd get one ahead of time. I would not play with that.
Because you have to think about the nominees. There are people who come, and before you know it, we don't got no more seats.
Exactly. Because the nominees are free, and the nominees can bring, how many guests can the nominees bring?
They can't bring guests, but they guests can buy tickets.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, and if you're a nominee, your guest is coming to support you, and they're gonna take up a spot. So, and it is 80 seats?
We have 80 nominees. Yes.
80. Okay, 80 nominees.
It's 3 for each category.
And how many categories?
19 so far.
Good goodness. Yeah, y'all not playing. Okay. All right, y'all. Before we get out of here, we are going to do this week's Marijuana Minute, y'all. We got to drop this cannabis news. Let's go. All right. Here we go. And, of course, it ties in to the election. I'm glad Miss Royal Highness over there is feeling the beat. I'm glad she like it.
I like it.
All right, on. We have, so what is it? Public support to legalization remains near historic high despite mixed results on election night, which is, we could probably definitely understand that. Voters in Florida, Kentucky, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Texas decided on these marijuana-related ballot measures. So, and I know Texas didn't legalize it. I know Florida didn't, but at least they have some stuff that's, marijuana light, I guess. So fucking
taking me so long to get there.
God, Texas boy, you would have to, like citizens of Alaska, you would have to pay me to live in Texas. You would have to pay me because real talk, when we are already going through climate change and global warming, and that the sorry ass president that just got elected does not understand it and does not give a shit about it. Southern states are going to suffer the most. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, we are here in the South. We're going to catch it too. All right. How does cannabis affect sleep quality for those with anxiety or depression? Okay. Let's read more. I'm going to go back to that. I don't have time to read all that. What is it? Study cannabis use associated with fever, sleep problems in young adults with anxiety and depression. Guess what it does? It helps. No shit. We already knew that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely helps with anxiety.
Yeah, we knew that. That's a given. Okay. Clinical trials show cannabis improves. I don't know, man. Damn it. I'm sorry. I don't know what that word is. It's some. You know what? Hold up. I'm about to give y'all context because it says something. Fibrolone. Something I cannot pronounce that word, but I'm gonna read it. Clinical trials show cannabis improves symptoms in fibromyalgia.
Fibromyalgia.
Thank you. What is that? Thank you, sister. What is that?
It's like a joint. It's a lot of pain in joints and stuff like that, pretty much. Fibromyalgia, what I found, is one of those diagnoses where if they don't know what's wrong with you, you're going to have it.
It's just a catch-all. Stop playing. That's what fibromyalgia is. It's a catch-all. Wow. That is, man. Miss Taylor, she nailed it. In the Medellin, I love Medellin, in Colombia, the use of cannabis-based preparations, including flower, is associated with symptomatic improvements in patients with
fibromyalgia
syndrome, according to a systematic review of clinical trials published in the journal Exploratory Research in Clinical and Social Pharmacy. An international team of investigators reviewed the safety and efficiency data from 14 clinical studies and 5 review papers. They reported that cannabis-based products reduced pain and other symptoms in myalgia patients and did not possess serious side effects. Praise God. How awesome is that?
That's
man? This plant, babe. Like this. What can it do? All right, PTSD patients reported sustained improvements following cannabis therapy. Now I know that. I know that from myself, from being in the military and the shit that I had to see, and then when you off work and you able to fucking blow about it. That helped. That helped.
I have a lot of clients. I had a couple clients, veterans, and they growing and smoking definitely helps their nerves.
It really does, and especially when you are a military service man or woman and you are out on deployment, which meaning is you are basically you live at work. You live at work. You live at whatever base you're stationed at overseas. You live on the ship that you're on by the U.S. Navy, which I had to do. You're around your boss 24/7. That time that you get about 8 hours to be off, or 7 hours, or 6 hours to be off. If you're able to take a time for you and go smoke, that will help, and it just does. I know it did me. Also, and in closing. Is CBD effective for patients with Alzheimer's? Let's get the answer, and I bet you, I'm gonna say yes. What about you?
Of course, they're gonna say yes.
There you go.
That's the good data.
Exactly. CBD oil mitigates psychiatric symptoms in Alzheimer's patients. Exactly, which we thought back in the Medellin again. They are on it. The daily consumption of plant-derived CBD oil relieves anxiety, depression, and other psychiatric symptoms is in patients who have Alzheimer's disease. Basically, it helps your mentals.
CBD is some good stuff, though. It's a lot of different things can happen from CBD.
I'm gonna just tell you like this. Me personally, when I would use CBD and THC oil, when I would use that and put it on my joints that hurt.
Yep.
I mean, that's it. And I
You got
like
to
that.
get the good stuff though. There's some stuff out here that ain't good, but if you get some good, genuine, real potent CBD,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, even if you want to try that on your kids instead of THC, that is a very good option.
100%. And then make sure it's if you can get some stuff that's full spectrum, y'all.
Full
Make sure
spectrum,
it's
yeah.
full spectrum. If it's full spectrum, you're gonna be good to go. Miss Aisha, this was amazing. Give the people your socials. Where can they find you?
My business page is mainly on Instagram at Royal Highness CEO. I do have a Facebook page, Royal Highness Consulting. Cannabis Care and Grow Consulting is my whole name.
There it is. There it is. I like I said, I knew this was gonna be good. I knew you had a lot to offer. That's why I wanted to have you on 5 years ago. I'm so sorry it took 5 years, but I'm so happy we finally were able to get this in. Also, too, when will you be starting the Little Highnesses again? When is that?
We'll be starting back in the spring.
In the spring.
Most
Okay.
likely in March. I already got some stuff lined up, and I'm trying to get some stuff lined up with the bargain shop, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, there it is. Yo, y'all, hit her up, because I'm sure going to have my little preteen daughter in it. I want to have her and her cousin in it. I'm telling you, if you want your girls to have something to do other than be on their phone and talk to their friends or ask you for money, if you want them to do something, I sound like Cliff Huxtable out this mother. What in the world? If you want them to do something else, hit up Royal Highness so your daughters can learn, get that green thumb of theirs going that they didn't even know they had. And Royal Highnesses, they do amazing stuff. Look at the green. Look at this shit. The Sista's green is amazing. I cannot wait to try it because you're gonna get a full endorsement or negative endorsement from me next week. But what is it? I am on my way to High on the Vine. That is at Benton Park today. I cannot wait to go drink some delicious wine and smoke. Thank you to JMZ Solutions. Oh yeah, and Elitist, because this is their event as well. Shout out to Zach. About to go to Benton Park and hit them up. This was great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
this lady. Thank you. Yo, y'all, this is OThaGreat, OThaGreat on Twitter, Facebook, High Off the Glass, the spell THA, IG, Twitter, Facebook. Hit me up. Keep smoking and keep hooping, and pray to God that we be all right. And pray to him because you're supposed to. I love y'all. Keep smoking. Keep hooping. We out here.
That time went by fast.